Before I get absolutely slated for my thumbnail, my title of this video, I just want you to hear me out, okay? I just want you to hear me out. All I need is about 5 minutes just to explain why Kai Havertz could be the next Zidane. At the start, no one, not a single person, sat there and said Kai Havertz is going to come to Arsenal. He's going to, bring out this new player. I guess Mikel's going to bring out this new type of player, this versatile, hungry, scoring goals, assisting goals, creating amazing moments for the fans as well. No one would have said it. No one wanted him at the start. I didn't want him at the start, and I can say now I was very, very wrong. This guy is so good at football. I have literally never been more wrong in my life. I can't even fathom how idiotic I was to doubt this type of player. I mean, 6'3", okay, in the midfield with this much tech, with this much flair, and his shots are brilliant. Everything's brilliant about him. He's dribbling. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. But the thing that I'm really kind of connecting the dots with him and Zidane is that big presence in the midfield. They're both tall. They're both techie as well. And I feel like at this age, if he's this good, down the line, there's definitely going to come a time where he hits his prime and he's immense, and that's what I'm waiting for before I sit there and go, oh well, this guy's up there, with this and that and this and that. Because he's definitely not right now, even though he's been performing amazingly in the Premier League. It's been an absolute joy to watch him play football. I mean, that pass to Saka against Spurs, it was phenomenal. Don't take anything away from Saka's touch and finish. Absolutely amazing from Saka, and I'm not Saka's number one fan. I'm not, even though he's an absolute baller, I'm just not his number one fan. But that was amazing. That was an amazing bit of play. And you can tell how Kai is really like settling into this team now. And that's what I'm so excited about, is because when he first came in, all I thought was like, this guy has been doing nothing at Chelsea. And you want him here. Like, you want him playing in this team that's being rebuilt. And I just never understood it until now, until I've literally seen it. And Mikel said it at the start, he was like, you're all going to fall in love with him. I no doubt. And this is where like my kind of arrogance comes into play. At that time, I was like, Mikel, you can't tell me nothing about Kai Havertz. I watched this guy at Chelsea. He's a donkey. Like, I don't want him. I don't want anything to do with that. But he was bang on. He was so bang on. Like, honestly, the kid is so good with the ball at his feet. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and start going in on his shooting and stuff. I think his shooting is absolutely fine for what he is. I don't think he's an out and out striker. But what I do think is the way that he carries the ball is just brilliant. The way he's dribbling, making plays, cutting passing lanes, doing all these other things. He's coming back on the defense. He's very strong as well. I mean, this is an all-rounder we're talking about. This is a complete box-to-box midfielder in my eyes. I don't think there's many things that I can sit here and say that he doesn't have. I don't think there's many things that I could bring up now over the past couple of months that I don't like about Kai Havertz. I like majority of it. I really, honestly, right now, I'm trying to think of something I can complain about, because that's what I like to do sometimes, but I can't. And that's exactly what I want. I want to be shut up. I want people to be right and me to be wrong, because I always want what's best for the team and stuff. And when he first joined, I didn't think it was what's best for the team. So I talked a lot of, shit online. I talked a lot of stuff about him, not in a horrible way, not in like a whatever, but like what I was saying was the amount we're getting for the weekly wage. It's insanity, and I think now I still think 300k is a push per week. But would I drop him to get that 300k back? Definitely not. I wouldn't even think about it. And I don't think that we should even play a game without Kai Havertz playing in the team, which is amazing for me to say. You don't understand. But there's just so many similarities between him and Zidane that I just can't ignore. And I've watched Zidane play, a fair amount. I wouldn't say that I was of the age to kind of enjoy it the way I do now, as I'm 23 now. So, you know, I wasn't there to enjoy it fully with Zidane, but I am here to enjoy it with Havertz. But I've seen so many different things and technical ability and stuff like that that kind of just ties in with Zidane. He reminds me of Zidane, and that's why this video is titled the way it is, and that's why the thumbnail is, because out of every single player that I can think of, he because he doesn't remind me of Ozil. He doesn't remind me of Ozil. He doesn't remind me of anyone kind of like that, but he reminds me of Zidane because of just the strength, the dribbling, the technical ability. He's just all over the place, and he doesn't stop. He's literally doing dog work. He's doing all of it, and you can tell he absolutely loves the team. I just want to mention as well the passion from this guy. Scores against Chelsea, right? I don't think he's going to celebrate. He does his celebration, He's got his celebration going. I'm like, okay, that's shocking. I'm not in a good way. I was over the moon because I hate Chelsea, so I want them to suffer. Do you know what I mean? And then he goes on and goes to Spurs, scores again, and then shushes Spurs. I love this guy. Honestly, I can't get enough of Kai Havertz in this team. I don't know even where I would play him anymore because you can play him anywhere. Honestly, you can. Realistically, if you needed him to do a job at left back, he's doing a job at left back, and that's the beauty of him. He's so diverse. He fits into a team so well. He just slots right in. It took him a little while to get off the ground, but come on, let's be real. Not a lot of players hit the ground running in the Prem. I mean, we've seen Haaland do it, but how many other people have we actually seen hit the ground running until they only hit the ground once the next season? So he's already kind of done a season, done amazing. He's done absolutely amazing. I think it would be a different situation if we hadn't have signed Kai Havertz and starting him every single game and putting him alongside players like Saka and Trossard and all that, because all these players together, he really thrives. And this is the thing as well, like in midfield, he's such a big presence because of his height and his strength that it just becomes such a luxury in a way to have a guy like this in the team. I just love it. I love having someone like this who has all these abilities, who can utilise different things in different situations. His attacking mindset is great. He's been there, he's done that. He's an experienced player now, and he's still so young. Like, it's insane. And I'm curious to see just where this guy is gonna go. And I think he's gonna become an Arsenal legend. I think he is, and I think last week he really did become an Arsenal player. I think that he showed that he absolutely loves the club, he loves the fans, and I think every single person, like even Lee Gunner, started saying his name. This is what I mean. He literally said at the start, "I'm not going to say his name," and now he's saying his name, and that's Lee Gunner. So it's like he's turning even the kind of worst of fans, I would say, into the best of fans for him. So it's like it's mental to me how quick the turnaround was. I am surprised. I am happy about it. But if you would have said to me at the start of the season, I bet you, like, I don't know, £10,000 that Havertz, does all this crazy stuff, I would have probably laughed in your face and took the bet, and then eventually would have been mugged off. But this is what I mean. The guy is unreal in his position. He is really shaping this team. And for me, the similarities really do come down to mainly Zidane. I don't really have many people in my head that I would pick over Zidane. I think that Havertz really does tie in well with the exact same play styles and stuff and what he does for the team. And again, I'm just so excited to see what happens because we don't even know if this is the ceiling. So it's like we could be near, the midway point or whatever by the time he's 27, which I think he will stay at Arsenal if we win the league over the next 2 years or we win something. I think he will stay. If we start winning trophies, I think there's a very good chance that he stays. So, and that's what I hope happens. I really do hope. I hope there's no injuries, nothing like that, nothing bad. And I hope we get a good couple more years out of Kai just to see what's going to happen. This team is so young. I have very, very high hopes for this team. Especially with just like the downfall of Man City and stuff with this new limit coming in, and if they're going to get charged 115 times, I just think that this could really be it, and this type of player is definitely the guy to take Arsenal forward.